Good to knock him down. Left and right. And that's what I hope I do. Shoulders forward. Left knee. Backwards. Always. Left leg. Backwards. Figure eight. Underside. Step forwards first. Nice and loose arms. Backwards. Figure eight. In front, behind. Hands in the hips, opening. Actually, our left hand. Hand up, pull towards me. Palm down. Yep. Change hands. Put it back. Facing down. Your wrist down. Wrist up, pulling back. Hold it in. Pull it up. Some waves. Both ways. It's practice, good practice for our whipping strikes that we did. Slapping the wrist. Knee, slapping the hip. Think of drawing a circle with your knee. Both ways. Other side.
Yeah, looks like there's nothing going on. But scratch the surface and you'll see. We're playing a pink kit, we stand out, we're proud. It's not black.
Both ways. Try the other legs, we're going to come in and then out. Spaghetti legs. Other leg. Ankles. Just circling. Both ways. Other foot. Both ways. Shaking legs and arms out. We're still a little bit early, so we'll give more people a chance to join. We started a bit early with the warm up today. So grab a drink, any other stretches you like to do before we start, go ahead and do them now. Hey Vic, hope you're all well. Hey Darren, Charlotte Leon. Excellent, we'll give it one more minute and then we'll begin. Okay. So welcome to the 4th stream. Let's have a look at what we're going to be working on today. Let's have a look at the quick review. So we're going to do a little warm up again to get our cardio going with our footwork training, our 1920s Charleston. I'm going to add in a couple new things to that. By the end of this, you're going to have a bunch of moves. And then, like as per usual, we're going to start off with our standing meditation to get focused, to clear our minds and relax our body. Quick recap of everything that we done in our session last time. Our whipping strikes, our back fists, and our introduction to our elbows. And then we're going to add in diagonal elbows, a double stomp kick, which is really good for balance and stability training, and 2 pieces of footwork, our diagonal step and our triangle step. And then we're going to do a bit of exercise at the end. So, as per usual, if you're joining the stream today, then I'll tell you in a sec. I'm actually going to put a link in the description to all the music I use, but this one, you like it? It's good. I'm going to put a link in all the music I use in the video description after, so you guys can check it out. But that's them there, so definitely check them out. It's good. But yeah, if this is your first time joining the stream or doing the stream, do make sure that you do at some point join in today, but do go back and go through the other streams, because we are building upon what we've already worked on. So I won't be explaining anything that we've already done in detail as much, because we've been going to be drilling it and moving on. So make sure you do go back and go through them past sessions to see where we're at, and make sure you've got them fundamentals that we've already started with. So, for our warm-up, our little cardio, let's just quickly go over what we did last time. I'll show you. So we started off with our footwork, bit of footwork training at the beginning to work our cardio, and all we did was this: touch, step, touch, step, touch. So make sure you don't put your weight down, you're literally just touching with your foot, stepping back down, touch, step. Loose arms. So just give it a go with me. We're starting off with stepping our left back. You can start either side, but we're going to start with our left. It's just going to make it easier to teach. And if you're comfortable with it, we started moving around last time. So, before I add in the moves, we're going to give that a go. If you can see a little bounce. You need to try and keep that bounce going as you're doing it. Doesn't have to be too big though, because you'll get tired super quick, but it's good cardio. So, I'll count you guys in. After a while you'll get the count. This is quite quick actually. That's fine. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Touch and step, touch and step, touch and step, touch and step, touch, step. Loose arms. Try and move around if you can. Keep that rhythm going. So we did add in the swivel last time. Let's give it a go. If it's too difficult, you can just keep going with the touch and step. But if you can, you're going to add in the swivel. If it's too much, just go back to the touch and step, that's fine. But if you can, remember, we did from our basic stance, opening and closing our hips. It's the same thing. Every time you put your foot down, you're going to open. You can even do this with your arms, it might help. So we're pushing the heels open. Touch and step, touch and step, touch, step. Get a bit lower. Okay, we're going to add in this. Touch, 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 touch. Touch, 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 touch. Let's give it a go. That back step, you step forward, back, forward. Let's give it a go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back, forward, step forward, and back. Touch, step, back, forward, touch, step, back, forward. So at any point you can start adding in these touches or taps. We're adding 4 taps. You can do it going forward or you can do it going back. So if we did it on our forward step, we'd go tap, 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 then go back into our touching step. So give it a go, try adding in, tap, 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 whenever you want. Tap, 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 tap. Try and stay moving. Whenever you want, tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Add in the swivel if you can. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. And relax, and relax. How's everyone finding that? Ah, okay, I'll bring it down a bit. How's everyone finding it though? And it's pretty difficult, especially with the swivel at the beginning. But if everyone's okay, I'm going to add in one move that we covered last time. We added in them taps, I wanted to add in our side taps as well. If everyone's feeling okay with it. If not, we can stick with that for now. Brought the music down now, so... Should I add in one more move? We kind of covered it last time. Okay. We kind of covered it last time. So, just remember, once you've got this basic step, the touch, step, once you've got that, then you can start adding everything in, but it's just important you get this first. Then you can start adding in the swivels. And also you can add in these taps, forward and back. You can add in as many as you want. So you could just keep it going for a while and then go back into your touch and step. You could tap as many times as you want and then go back into your touch and step. The other thing we did briefly at the end last time was these side taps. And when we're doing these, if you point your toes in, heels in, toes, heels, toes, so you're pivoting on the ball of your feet. What we're going to do is we're going to open our feet and tap 3 times on the side. As you tap, we're going to open our hips. Close, open. So you close when you go up, open as you go down. You have to bring your weight onto one leg, because we're tapping on one side. I'm exaggerating a bit, but you need to bring it like this. So when you're doing it, we're going to aim for 3. 1, 2, 3, tap down. 1, 2, 3, tap down. So we're doing 3 each side. It'll look like this. Once you're doing your touch and step, when you step your right leg down, we're going to lift up and go 1, 2, 3. So it'll look like this. I'll show you again. Normal touch and step, but when we step this right foot down, we're going to go tap, 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 change, tap, tap, tap. And then we're going to go back into our touch and step by bringing our right leg behind us. Watch again. Tap, 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 change, tap, 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 step behind. And we go back into our touch and step. Let's give it a go together. We're starting off with our normal touch and step. We'll give it a go slowly. 5, 6, 7, 8. Touch, step down, tap, 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 step down, tap, tap, step, step behind. Touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step down, tap, tap, tap to the other side, tap, 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 step behind. Touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step down, tap, tap, tap to the other side, tap, 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 step behind. Do it one more time. Right leg step down, tap, 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 step down, tap, 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 step behind. So you've got your touch and step. You've got your touch and step with swivels. You've got just tapping in front and behind, then back into your touch and step on either leg. And now you've got your side taps. Do 3 each side, then back into it. And you can also move around. So that's quite a lot. We're going to give it one go with music. It's freestyle now, so you can just try it all out. I'll put the music a bit loud so it should be okay. And I'll count you in, and we'll go. Right. Moving it slightly. I need a little bit louder, I can't hear it. There you go. So get your bounce going on both legs. I'm going to start with our left leg going back, and it's freestyle, so you try it all out. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't rush, you can always go back to your touch and step. Your taps, side taps, 3 side, then behind. Have some swiveling if you want. Tap forward and behind. 4 taps. Oh, and relax. Well done. Tomorrow we're adding this. So we're going to add in a turn. That's tomorrow though. Okay, grab a drink. Well done. Tomorrow we're going to add in that turn. Okay. We're going to go into our standing meditation. So remember to maintain your posture. Pull your head to the sky. Drop your weight to the ground. Knees bent. We're standing roughly shoulder width apart with our toes forward. Arms down by our side. Imagining we've got a ball underneath our elbows, but we have to keep our shoulders relaxed. Let's go into it. Hopefully that music's okay. First to jump, make sure you're roughly feet shoulder width. Go straight. Knees bent. Head to sky. Arms down by our side. Close your eyes. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Nice and steady pace. Now open your eyes. Feet together. Just relax. Okay. Excellent. So let's go into our review of what we trained last time. So beginning with our whipping strikes, vertical and horizontal. So let's have a brief recap. Let's do this together. So open up your stance, your basic stance. Hands by your side, head to sky. Hands forward, pull back. Bend your knees, toes out, heels out. Now we're going to put our left arm and leg. Okay, your left arm and your left leg. We're going to go forward. And we're actually going to do left hand bong sao, right hand wu sao. Make sure your toes are turned off. Toe to heel, so you're not coming too linear and you're not coming too wide. Bend your knees, sink your base. I'm going to do our first vertical whipping strike, our first vertical back fist coming up. So just remember, it's like a wave. Let's do a warm-up set. Just recap. 1, 2, 3. Practice the motion. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to come, actually let's do it with a bit of energy now. Just 50% because we're still warming up our arms. So 50% energy. So I'm still nice and relaxed. We're going to go like this. So just go 50%. 1, 2, still incorporate your breathing now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. We're going to do the other vertical one we did where we drop down at the end. So your elbow comes up, the motion starts the same, but we drop the elbow at the end and we come over with our fist. So it starts the same, but then we drop the elbow and shoot it over. Let's give it a go. Warm up set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use the warm up set to get position in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 50-60% power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though there's no one in front of you, apart from maybe the screen, try and focus on the point that you're striking. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's change arms and legs. Right hand's now going to become bong sao. Left hand wu sao. We're going to start off coming straight up again. To the count. Warm up. 1, 2. Get that wave motion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming, let's go 50 to 60% power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming over now, drop the elbow. Warm up set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 50% power. Make sure your knees are bent, you're in your base. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, this one's to the ridge of the nose, so aim for roughly your own nose height. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Go back to a square stance. Pull your hands back. We're going to bring our arms into our diagonal cross guard. I'm going to come down with our diagonal back fist. So we're coming from here to here. Remember, keep it within your hips. Don't open up. Let's do a couple warm-up ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's do a working set. So now we can go up to 70 to 80% power. Now we're starting to warm up our joints in our arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's bring our hands down into our cross diagonal, our lower cross diagonal. And we're going to come up again to roughly shoulder height with our fists. Same motion as we're doing before, but we're covering that diagonal line. Let's give it a go, warm up set. 1. Remember, it comes not up, but forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't let your arms come against you with the cross guard as well. We want them out on the diagonal, so not up, not here, but out on the diagonal. The same for 70 to 80% power now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull your hands back. Our elbows that we worked on. Right hand first. We're going to up, down, in, out. Just remember to keep your elbow really tight in on the up, not open, closed. Pull it back, keep it tight again. Arm relaxed when you come across yourself. And then out to the side. And then we change arms to the other side. We replace as we do this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a warm-up set with your right arm first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add in some power now. 70 to 80%. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Pull your hands back. Let's put our left arm and leg forward. And we're going to go into our basic arrow walk stance. practicing our 2 footwork pieces that we practice, our step and slide and our arrow walk, combining them. So make sure when you're doing this, once you've opened up that stance, left arm and leg forward, check your position of your feet, make sure your base is down, and remember we're going to go like this: step, slide, step, slide, launch, launch. So when you do the launch, remember, unlike the step and then slide, we're now pushing off the back leg to push ourselves forward. We want to do short steps, not big steps, so we start leaning. We want to maintain our balance as we're moving, so we're not bobbing up and down. We're all on one line. So step, slide, push, push. Step, slide, launch step, launch step. Let's give it a go. We'll go forward, do all 4 movements, and then back. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, step, slide, launch, launch, back, step, slide, launch. Excellent. Pull back, left foot to right, and push down. So just remember, when we want to maintain our balance, we use our step and slide footwork. So if we want to move in a controlled way, then we use the step and slide to measure distance or keep our distance to a person in front of us, because we keep maximum connection to the floor of our feet for as long as possible. But once we need to move quick, with a strike or dodge, then we use our launch step or arrow walk footwork to launch us. So grab a drink. We're going to go into our techniques for today. Okay. So we're going to add in 2 new elbow techniques today. So we're going to add in, we've done our vertical and horizontal, we're going to add in our diagonal. So we must, in all our techniques in Wing Chun, we have linear, we have circular. We even circular here, we can do these motions circular. We have diagonal movements as well. And this is to learn to cover the space in front of us of all these different motions, whether that be with defending, with striking, or with defending and striking at the same time, or for us to change position as well. Sometimes you need to change position, change your arm position. You might want to get on the inside of someone's arms, or on the outside. So we use all these different shapes to do that, and understanding these shapes make up your Wing Chun. So we're going to go into these diagonal elbows, and I'll just show you first. The upwards diagonal elbow we're going to be practicing is this. 1, 2. So 1 count is actually going to be 2 elbows coming upwards on the diagonal, like this. So your hand's going to come to your side. So it'll be like 1, 2. Now when we do the downwards diagonal, we're going to bring our hand over and then back. Over. So it's going to come over, cutting again with our elbow, and then from that motion, you pull back. So it's almost a double elbow, there's an elbow backwards as well. So we come over, when we're doing this one. Let's start off with the upwards diagonal elbow. So open up your stance. Head to the sky, knees bent, weight drop to ground. We're going to start off with our right hand, coming up, hand open, then we change and pull back. So 1 count, 2 diagonal elbows. Let's do a warm-up set to get positioning. Make sure you're maintaining your balance as you're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really loose shoulders when you're doing this motion, so after you can generate more power, like this, into the motion. If your shoulders are really tense and your arms are tense, it'll be too mechanical and you won't be able to generate any power. So keep your body loose when you're in this, like when we discussed our stance before. You need to be relaxed, ready to move, but relaxed and planted. And our shoulders loose, elbows loose, wrists loose, and even our hips, so we can use the spiraling motion to generate the power in our elbows. Let's try it with a bit more energy now. Let's say 60 to 70%, starting with our right hand again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Let's go to our downward diagonal elbows. We'll start with our right hand again, and we're going to come over now. It's like you're swimming. It's a bit like you're swimming, but we're going to bring our elbow in and then back. So we come downward diagonal and then bring our arm back. But once we started this one, when we're bringing this one back, we're already starting the other one. So as we start to bring this one back, we're bringing the other one over. So imagine you're swimming. Let's give it a go. Warm up set. 1, 2, 3. Hand relaxed. 4. So close your hand as you pull back. 5. Hand closes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's add in some energy, power, your breathing, loose torso, so you can generate this power from your torso and your center, like we've been discussing, our center of gravity, our center of balance, to drive the motion. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Feet together, push down. So the elbows are for when you're right up close against someone. Once we go a bit further out, we've got our palms. A bit further than that is punches. But once we shut that distance down and you're really close to someone, you can use your elbows and knees, which we will cover later on. So it all depends on distance, but your elbows are a tool to be used when you're really close to someone. And it's very hard for someone to evade it, but if you use it when they're too far away from you, it's very easy for someone to move and dodge out the way of an elbow. So therefore, when you're close in and they go perfectly with your chi style training, once you're connected, you can take arms down and then come over with an elbow, or come up with an elbow. But they work good from once you've connected to someone, so you can control their arms and clear space and get your elbows in. We're going to move on to our double stomp kick now. So with our double stomp kick, it's a really good balance drill. And actually, it's good for training us to be able to defend a kick coming in and then kick off that motion without putting our foot down. So by practicing this kick, this is the one we practiced before. We practiced our stomp kick and then add a double motion in. But what this double motion helps us practice is being able to cover a kick, cover our center, and then kick out from that position. So this is a really good training drill for that. It also helps us to learn how to do double kicks in this sort of motion as well, where we can just continue a motion, same as our arms, which is very important in Wing Chun, but we don't always have to switch. But to start off, we're going to practice it like this. Your rear stamp kick that we practiced, and then we're going to switch to another stamp kick off the same leg where we turn the foot right over. We turn to bong sao and wu sao. We have to keep our arms up in case someone fires a punch back. To control the distance, you must keep your arms up. Remember, the stamp kicks are coming up and down, because these are targeting the knee down. So we have to bring it up first. I'll show you again. It looks like this. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Foot's turning this way to this way. So hips open, hip close for the second stamp kick. Let's give it a go to the count. I'm actually going to say 1, you hold that position, and then when I say 2, you hold the second position. So we'll go 1, 2, back. Control it on the way, putting it back. Let's give it a go. So open up your stance. Left arm, left leg forward. And we're going to go 1, so our rear stamp kick. 2, bong sao now, with it, same arm and leg. Reach forward to cover the distance. And back. So sorry, this wu sao, your rear hand becomes the bong sao after, and it comes out with this leg. So here, here. 1, 2, and back. 1, and 2, and back. Control all the way through the motion. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. Change. Same thing on the side now. We're going to go 1, 2, and back. Control it as you're bringing it back. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, back. 1, 2, back. 1, 2, back. 1, 2, back. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and back. Last time. 1, 2, and back. Change. So now just with a bit more energy, we're going to go stamp, stamp, down to the count. So a bit more energy in the stamp now. Say 60, depending on your balance, don't do it so much that you end up falling. You need to control it, so 60, 70%, whatever you're comfortable with, where you can still technically do the motion well. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Pull back. Left foot to right and push down. So this is an important one to train. So after, you can learn how to defend, kick off it, or defend out and then kick off it. So these sort of motions where you're doing, you can be able to change angles after with your kicks from practicing this one. But the first way we practice it, with balance and stability all the way through, is the way to train it to get them kicks good. So train it like that. Grab a drink. I'm going to do a little bit of footwork. A diagonal step and a triangle step in. And actually I'll start with the triangle step first. I was going to do it the other way, but we'll start with that first. So, let's open up our basic stance. Both these steps are from our basic stance and they're to come off the center line. So if an attack comes straight down the center, we don't really want to be on it anymore. So we've got these different options to get off that center line. Take our body off and still step in on the person, or cut the angle, which means we're cutting off and still facing through the person if they're stepping forward. So from here, if I use a diagonal step backwards, I'd still be facing through that person with my center line, but their center line will be going straight on for a second before they turned. But after, we'll be adding in strikes as we step, or you'll be shutting it down. But these are 2 steps. We've got the triangle step in, which we're going to practice bringing our foot in, weight onto one leg, and then we go into like an arrow walk position. So it looks like this. The leg comes in, then we arrow walk to the tip of the triangle. This is very important. So when you're in this stance and we're making our triangle coming forward in our basic stance, because our hips are closed, we don't drop our knees in, keep them over your feet, but our hips are closed. Tip of triangle, imagine in front of you. Now we're going to bring our foot in and then go to that tip of that triangle. Because that means if someone's in front of us and we came off this center line, we're still stepping into their center of balance after. So then we can take their balance while we're striking, or with control with our Chi-style training skills. So we're going to do it like this. In, forward, and it's an arrow walk, so we go step, step, and then we step that back leg back and we circle back to our basic stance. So I'll guide you through it. Let's give it a go. Open up your basic stance. Bring your left leg all the way in. It's literally all my weight's on one leg. So you're hovering. You brought it in. And this teaches you to step all your weight in after on the person. Now we're going to bring that left leg forward to the tip of the triangle and arrow walk, 2 steps. Then we step our back leg back in the direction we want to go, and we circle this leg back in to our basic stance. Now we're going to go to on our right side. Leg comes in, no weight on it, tip of the triangle, arrow walk. We step back, circle, back to our basic stance. Left leg in, to the tip of the triangle, arrow walk, step back, circle it back. Right leg in, tip of the triangle, step back, circle it back. I'm taking quite a big step back, so I want you to be able to see. Left leg in, tip of the triangle, step back, circle it back. Right leg in, tip of the triangle, left leg back, circle it back. Let's give it a go with our right, going to our right leg first, to the count. We'll do 1, back, 2, back, 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, 10, back. Well done. Just remember with this step, we're bringing that leg all the way in and then getting used to stepping forward with all our body, our centre of gravity forward. When you're using the step after, you wouldn't go such a long big motion. You're literally just, you're going to step in. But to practice getting your weight right, we have to practice that idea of stepping in with our whole body weight. You need to practice like this at the beginning. But when you use this step after, it's minimal. You just, wherever you're from, you just step in. But this is how you train stepping with your whole body weight forward, which is very important. Because if you don't step with your whole body weight, either someone could just push you and you'll go back, or they'll take the position. Basically, they can take it because you haven't taken the position. So when you step in on someone, you need to step in with your whole body forward. Not try and step in like half-heartedly and then they can take your balance, or they can just knock you back, or they can strike you. So that's our basic stepping in triangle step. We're going to cover our diagonal step now, again from basic stance. And the diagonal step covers these 4 different angles. So I want you to imagine you're in a square when you're practicing this step, and you're going to step to all 4 points. So it looks like this. If I went to the backwards diagonal, and this is in general, this is when someone steps in on you and punches forward. So this is for a linear attack coming forward as they're stepping in. If they didn't step in, you could just stay on the spot. But because they're stepping in, we're going to cut the angle. Again, my toes are going to be facing through them still, and I've stepped off. So I'm not stepping directly backwards, but if a strike was coming in, you're stepping off the angle, still facing through them. So backwards left, and then back to your basic stance. If I'm going backwards to the left, I step my left leg first. Turn my feet diagonal in. When I want to go back to the middle, I step my right leg first. Always the closest foot to the direction. When I step to the back right, then I step back. When I step to the top left of the square, I'm going to point my toes to it. So when we step backwards, we point to the center of the square. When I go to the top left, I'm going to point my toes like this. To the top left, step back, top right, step back. The forward one you can use to shut down space. So if someone threw a hook in, you could shut it down, the hook, before it gets a chance to get any momentum. So, or a wide strike, or a wide circular strike. So you can shut things down with this forward diagonal step before it gets to the part where they've built up momentum and power to strike through. So it would look like this. 1, back left, and back. Back right, 2, and back, 3, and back, 4, and back. Let's give it a go. So go into our back left first, locate your back left, and let's give it a go. We'll do 1 and back. 1, my right foot is slightly in front of me. So this is very important as well, because if the pressure's coming in, it absorbs it into this leg. So I'll just show you from the side. Stay where you are. Here, my right leg's in front. So if the force comes in, I can take it into here. If I stepped and I'm just standing like this, they can still not, the force still go through me. So sorry, I do it from further back. This right leg's in front. Pressure comes in, or someone grabs, I can ground it into this leg, diagonal, down. This goes on all the steps, so when you're doing it here, back, you can go back to square. Sorry, I left you standing there. When we go to the right, my left leg ends up slightly in front, and then we step back in. When we go to the top left, my left leg ends up in front, to the point of the triangle, square, sorry. Step back, step to the other point of the square, right leg in front. So this is important. Say a circular strike came in, and you took it, you need to take it into this leg here. This force here, absorb here, you take it into there. So the structure of this step is very important, where you place your feet. Let's go to back right, 2, left leg slightly in front, force you can ground to your right leg. Back, we're going to go to the top left, 3, again, left leg slightly in front, force you can ground to your right leg. Back, right, top right, 4, back. Let's give it one more go. I'm going to turn around, hopefully you can still hear me. Back left first, 1, back, back right, 2, back, top left, 3, back, this way, top right, 4, back. A little bit quicker, 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back. Last time, 1, back, 2, back, whoops, 3, back, 4, back. I went back, forward, forward, back. I went around the square. Alright, left foot together, feet together, push down. Well done, team. Good work, grab a drink. Then we're going to do a little bit of exercise. When I normally train it, I normally go back, left, front. I don't normally go back, back, but I thought it'd be easier to go backwards first, and then front. So we're going to finish off with a little bit of exercise. Ooh, some variants on the push-up. Some leg circles, frog kicks, crawl outs, which I forgot to do the other day, which I wanted to do. How's everyone feeling? Is everyone feeling okay? Yeah, make sure you grab a drink before this part. I'm going to try some slight variations on the push-ups. We're still going to stick with 15 reps of everything that we're doing. Remember, with the push-ups, or with a lot of these motions, you can just practice the negative part, that's the downward part, or the part we're stronger in, or you can use a chair and do it higher, do it push up on a chair. So that way either it's less pressure on you and if you can't do a full push-up on the ground. Okay. Let's do this. Didn't do these last time, I forgot to do them. We're gonna crawl out. My friend Jason showed me this one. Good, good, good. Alright, perfect. Okay, we're starting off with these called crawl outs. I'm not even sure if they're called crawl outs, but I'm calling them that. But yeah, my friend Jason showed me this one. It's a good one. Ooh, I just thought of something as well. You know what my floor's going to be like. So from this position, we're going to bring our hands, you're going to bring them to the floor, and you're going to start crawling forward. And then we're going to crawl back up. You're going to push back up. So we go all the way down to a push-up position, and then we come back up. I was just thinking that we do push-ups in it, but I had another plan for push-ups, so we'll do that. And then we might do one other thing from the ground. Okay, let's give it a go. We're going to go down and up to the count. So we're going to do 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh sorry, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's do a push-up. Yeah, next time I think it'd be good to do push-ups with it next time. I did some push-ups. But I want to do something else today with push-ups. So there are crawl outs. You can do them in the morning when you get up out of bed to wake up. 15. So we're going to do some push-up variations. We've been working 15 at a time, close in. Some of you on our knuckles, others on our palms. Also, you've got the other variations if you need to do a raised surface. Something steady, stable, you can do it on there to make it a bit easier, or on the way down. So you can do this on your knuckles or on your palms, up to you. Wherever you feel more comfortable. We're going to start wide. Don't come up high though with your hands. Keep them actually just a bit underneath your shoulders. We're going to go 5, 5, close in elbows. 5, the diamond push-ups we did the other day. 1 set of 5, 2, 3. 3 sets of 5, 15 reps, that's all. So find your position now. Again, you can do this however you want, on your knuckles, on your palms. So start off wide. Wide as you feel comfortable. We're going to go 1, down and up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elbows in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Diamonds, hands on your palms, bring your hands close in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, onto your back, hands underneath your bottom to support your lower back, legs straight. We're going to do leg raises, come all the way up and down. Let's give it a go. If it's a bit difficult, you can bend your knees a little bit, but try not to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hands in. Sorry, feet in. Hands in as well. We're going to bring our elbows up actually. Frog kicks. So you're going to bring your knees in and kick out and back. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Remember to push your heels out. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, some of you might know this one if you've done this one with me. Some of you might not. Face this way so you can see. We're gonna circle our legs. So we're gonna do 15. Let's give it a go. Feet up, hands underneath to support your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well done. And we'll finish up with 15 crunches. But we've been doing them, so let's do the more advanced. Let's bring our knees up. And remember to squeeze your abdominals, otherwise it won't do anything. So on the top part, you can even put your hands here on your abdominals, here, help. Go down. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, let's keep going, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. From there, come around. You can bring one foot around. You can just come to standing. Alright. We'll finish up with there today, team. Them crunches, you just do a really small motion and focus on squeezing your abdominals. So it's not like a sit-up where you're doing a big motion. You should be able to feel the burn when you do it. But other than that, well done team. I'll post in the description, I'll also post the music that I play at the beginning, so you guys can check it out. I'll do that on all the videos. And someone asked as well, or Sonia asked, if you miss one, then the videos are still on there on YouTube, so you can go and do it. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to appear, but the videos are all there on YouTube after, so you can go back, check it out, and also you can look at the different links in it, check out what music I used at the beginning. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed it, and stay safe. Make sure every day you do something, this, or you stay moving It's really important that we don't just sit down on the couch and stop moving. Still use this time till you can chill out, but also make sure that you are doing something every day to keep your body moving, stay healthy. This is a more important time than ever to stay healthy with your diet, with your breathing exercises that we've covered, some exercise, and any training that you'd like to do. But make sure you do spend time doing this, and also use that meditation. It's a great time to meditate. You're indoors, you can spend a bit of time practicing your meditation as well. As always, any questions about anything, drop me a comment, or my students, you've got my number, you can just drop me a message. And I'll see you all tomorrow at 11. Well done. And I'm gonna put on some music and finish up with a little bit of what we started with, so you can practice it if you want, some 1920s Charleston, because we're gonna keep going with that as well, learning some new steps. And one day you're gonna be like, Luke, I'm glad you taught me that, because one day you're gonna go out and do it somewhere. So let's finish up with that. Try the different steps we've done. The basic touch and step, the swivel, and also the tap in forward and back. You could do 4 or more, and also our side taps. Right. I'll count you in. Let me know if that's too loud. If you want to go, you can go. If you want to stay, do some more with me while we're here. So remember, touch, step, and step. If you can just want to do that, it's fine, but try and move around as you're doing it in any direction. We've got our swivels, so stand shoulder width, heels in, heels out. Give it a go. What we're doing is taking that swiveling into our steps. Touch, step, now we're adding in that swivel. Open, close. So it's very important when you're doing it, maintain your balance, loose arms, or you can just touch and step. Completely fine to do either. Let's give it a go if you haven't already started. 5, 6, 7, 8. Touch, step. You can go step, 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 step. Step, 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 step. Step, 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 step. Behind as well, step, 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 step. Step. On either leg. And we've got our side taps. So if we go back with our back leg first, touch, step, step, tap, 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 step, tap, 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 step behind. Tap, 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 change your weight, tap, 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 step behind. Try them out. If you want to give this a go, we're doing it tomorrow. You can try it. So you just push off the front leg, spin around, come back into your Charleston. You can give it a go if you like. I'll take you through it tomorrow, but alright. Well done. Well, you're still here, so keep going if you want. But well done, team. I will see you tomorrow. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like. And yeah, we'll be here back tomorrow. I'm going to try and run it every day as usual and keep it going for the foreseeable future so you can all carry on your training. And if anyone wants to train, it's a good time to join in and begin training. So as always, well done, team. I will speak to you all soon. and see you tomorrow if you're here.